if you've been in the channel before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. My name is Nikki and I am seriously introverted. So, it's been a little while. Box is a little bit late. I got it a few days ago. It has been, we'll say a rotation, not so good. So, I'll give you like relatively quick update and maybe a bit of a rant. I might cut it out. We'll see what happens on the editing part of it. Maybe I just need to rant and get it out and then I'll edit it out and you'll never know I ranted. Yeah, so background for those who are new, for my kind of work history, I guess. 17 years of retail, 13 of them were retail management. I got out of retail a little over a year ago. It would have been a year in October. Completely and utterly different, but weirdly similar. Because it's weird because it's nothing even close to retail. Won't tell you what it is because safety, you know. I will tell you I work for the county. There's a lot of strange things that goes into working with the county. I don't know if it's just because my county or if it's just all the counties, who knows. Anyway, things like getting paid every month, once a month instead of bi-weekly, which I've come to accept and even prefer now because I get all my bills done at once and then I can budget a little bit easier and all that. Part of the rant, my vacation and personal time. So we get personal days. We got 2 this year. I don't know if that was for COVID or if we got 2 every year. Again, I've only been there a little over a year. I've tried to take them twice, I think. So the way that they do it is if you work a bunch of overtime and then you try to take personal time or vacation time, they'll give you back your personal time or vacation time and they take away your overtime. So you don't get paid for your overtime because they gave you back your personal time or your vacation time. Yeah. Think about that for a little bit. It doesn't really sound right, right? I think it's pure thievery. If I'm gonna work and earn time and a half and then you just give me back a day or 2 of straight pay, that's theft. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So what's happening now is I've got 2 personal days. I tried to take them in August. Yeah, August. I worked a bunch of overtime. I lost that overtime because they gave me back the personal days. I tried to take 1 day in September, which I got back. It is December. I lose personal time. Like, those personal days go away. You get them and then it's a use or lose situation. So if I don't use them at the end of the year, I've lost essentially free money. So I've got 2 personal days that I'm using. Next rotation. I have overtime on this check. So not only am I gonna lose the overtime and get the personal time days back, I'm also gonna lose the personal days because I can't use them after this month because they're gonna be gone. So I'm gonna lose both. Absolute waste. It's a steal. They're gonna steal from me. So it's stupid. Yeah. Anyway, I do apologize if I look real tired. I look it because I am. I feel like I've got like 10-pound weights under my eyes. It is currently 2:08 in the morning. I've officially been up 24 hours straight. I had 3 hours of sleep. Let's see, so I worked I got sent home 2 hours early. So I worked a 6.5 hour shift, came home, managed to get a little over 3 hours of sleep. So we'll say generously 3.5 hours of sleep. Went into work, I about said this morning, which turns out to be yesterday morning. 8 o'clock, did an 8 to 5 training, and then went straight to work. I was supposed to work 1800, so 6 p.m. to 2:30 this morning, which means that I should still be at work. So instead, I went straight from the training that got out at 5. I think I popped home for like 5 minutes to refill my drink and went straight back because I work 6 blocks from where I work. I live 6 blocks from where I work. I'm punch drunk tired. I've hit like my 4th wind, so I'm like, I'm gonna knock this video out. Probably not a good idea. Oh well. Anyway, I live 6 blocks from where I work. Popped home for 5 minutes, refilled my drink, went back, just started work. I was gonna get them through like the busy times, and then I told her that I would just stay until the next person showed up, which was at 10:30, which means I did like half a shift, and then I left at 10:30. So I went from 8 in the morning to 10:30 at night, an entire shift. So I did a 14.5 hour shift there when I did a 6.5 hour shift before, with essentially I did with the break of between 12:30 and 8, but I only got 3.5 hours of sleep because I couldn't sleep. Yeah, hooray. And then I came home to do the video because that was my Friday. I have 3 days off now, so I'm pretty much gonna sleep probably this entire day. Yep. Anyway, so that was not fun. What else? The biggest rant, COVID. So several times I've mentioned how it hasn't affected my personal life or my home life, and that's still true. It's affected like a few things, like nitpicky things. You know, you can't find certain things at the grocery store. You know, toilet paper shortage of 2020. That's still happening. There's certain grocery items I can't find, or it's hard to find. Cleaning supplies are certain things I can't find, and if I can, they're like $30 instead of $3. Things like that. Not that big of a deal. Inconvenient, but not that big of a deal. My work life, COVID's been a headache since day one. So when they first announced it, it was rules were changing every single day. Wear the mask, don't wear the mask. People coming in had to wear a mask. If you went near anyone, you had to wear a mask. I don't have to wear a mask. If you even looked at something, you had to wipe it down. You don't have to wipe anything down, wipe everything down. I mean, rules changed absolutely every day. And then it sort of calmed down. Rules stayed the same. We stuck with the same rules. Now COVID's spiking again. So with the spike, we've suddenly gotten people, we're being affected for the first time, like where we are. So we're a small department. So saying that, we had one person go, he thought he had COVID. He's a bit of a germaphobe. He gets upper respiratory infections a couple times a year, but thought he had COVID. So he went and got tested. I got my days off taken from me because I had to cover for him. He came back, he didn't have COVID, negative. He was back at work. We had someone else who went quarantined for the entire 14 days because wherever his brother works, they got COVID, his brother got COVID. They didn't separate fast enough, so it was whoever his brother had been in contact with within 6 to 8 days, they had to quarantine. And he had been in contact with his brother within that 6 to 8 days, so he had to quarantine. He never got COVID. He was COVID negative, but he had to quarantine. And then we had somebody else whose kids, remember, we only have 10 people, so there's 2 of our 10 already. We had someone else whose kids got COVID from school, brought it home, so he had to quarantine because he was presumptive positive because his kids were positive. And then he himself was positive because his kids were positive. So he actually caught it. He was the only one so far out of now 10, so that's 3. He's the only one that's now positive. So 1 positive, 2 negatives. So there's 3 out of the 10 who now have it. So he went in quarantine. He actually had it. And then when the other 2 were back, he's now in quarantine, truly positive though. Then the one who had the upper respiratory infection, who was negative, he's now also in quarantine again, because his son is on the basketball team, and his son came in contact with someone who potentially was positive. So the son got put in quarantine, who's negative, and for some reason he had to go quarantine, who's also negative. And I think he didn't actually have to go quarantine, but he managed to justify his quarantine. So now we had 2 people in quarantine at the same time. One who was actually negative really didn't have a reason to quarantine, and the other one who was positive had a reason to quarantine, which is where we're standing right now. One who was actually positive, he's getting ready to exit his quarantine because he's done and out of it, and the other one who is negative didn't really have a reason to quarantine. He won't be done for like another week. So because of all this, my schedule has been absolutely freaking crazy. I'm all over the place covering for everybody. I'm not the only one covering. Obviously we have other people, but I'm covering midnight shifts and all of that. So it took 8 into 9 months for COVID to truly affect me, like massively like that, but it hit me finally, and I'm tired. So yeah, good times. Anyway, I hope your Thanksgiving was great. If you celebrated, we didn't do anything. We had kind of a last minute like drive-through Thanksgiving. My dad decided that he was going to do Thanksgiving dinner, and then they did like to-go boxes, and then we pulled in, and then it got delivered out to the car, and then we left and was Happy Thanksgiving, you know, kind of thing. So we didn't, because again at work they're wanting us to quarantine away from people who aren't in our household because it's kind of running rampant through our department. So we were supposed to stay away from people, so we couldn't celebrate by combining households because that's not safe right now. So hopefully you guys had like a better Thanksgiving if you celebrated. If not, then hopefully Christmas will get better. The way it's going here, we'll probably not be doing much for Christmas either. Hard telling. Yeah, you'll have to let me know, did COVID spike in your area like it did in ours? We seem to be having a bit of a problem with it at the moment, but yeah, that's how my life has been so far. I'm pretty much gonna sleep all day today. Once I'm done with this video, I'm going to bed. So anyway, the box. This is the Christmas packaging. They made it look like it was a wrapped box. The emblem is quite a bit smaller and more sedate this time. Kind of small, not as loudly stated maybe on the box. it is quite a bit narrower today. I will say I'm a little bit intrigued and a little bit confused. The wish list, okay? Couple things. So I think I said it in the last video. I put things on the wish list. You'll have to let me know. Are you having troubles with the wish list? Every time I add something on the wish list, it gives me an error message. And then it kicks me all the way back to the front page. So then I have to remember what page I'm on. So say like I'll be on page 10 and it kicks me all back to page 1. And if I don't pay attention, I have to flip through all the pages to see where I am. So on the last page, or on the last box, which should be this one, I think I favorited or I added like 4 items to my wish list, which should have been pretty much the value of the box, which is what I was anticipating. But one of the items, which would have been a Funko Pop, I don't think would fit in here. The box is too narrow. So now I'm sitting here going, I don't know what's in here. Obviously I haven't opened it yet. I'm a little bit confused as to what's in the box. Also the confusing part, this was on the outside of the box. Fragile, handle with care. None of the things I put on the wish list should have been fragile. So did I get a wish list box or no? The other thing with the wish list is the faster you do the preferences on the wish list, the faster your box is supposed to ship. Well, I only got this a few days ago. Just like with the last wish list for December. The day the wish list came out, I did it. My wish list is done already. It's done, my preferences are done, everything was done. The day it came out. This one was done the day it came out. And yet my box is one of the last to go out. So I don't think it's taking. I don't think it's being done. I don't know, like, we'll see what's in here. We'll see if my preferences and my wish list items were granted. But I'm racking my brain trying to figure out what the fragile item is. So we'll get into it, we'll figure it out, and yeah, we'll see. Because I've been trying to handle this gently, because I'm sitting here like, what is the breakable item? I didn't put anything breakable in the wish list item. So, oh, this is like fancified. So there is the inside. This is like a baggy kind of thing. Alright, so there is the card. I think this is actually a folder. They came back with the folders, at least for this time possibly. Have yourself a Mickey Little Christmas, and then there's a card. Well, I guess that's not a card, it's printed onto the inside. From our family to yours, wishing you a wonderful holiday season filled with warmth, happiness, and magic. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your family. This box was curated and packed with love by us for you. We hope you were able to bring a slice of joy and magic into your life this year. We look forward to what 2021 brings and wish you a happy new year ahead filled with even more magic. Love, or with love, the Bibbidi family. So then this is the packing slip, which we're going to leave in there. Not touching that right now. Alright, so then it comes in this pretty sweet bag. So that's the reusable bag, which is the first time I've seen it. Usually I get the last few times, I guess, I've gotten the crinkle paper. Oh, and it's reusable because it's got handles on it too, so that's pretty sweet. Oh, well, and I'll be proved wrong, so I need to go fix my preferences because I'm re-asked for something. So the first thing that I thought wasn't in there was in there, so there's the first thing. So that was my wish list Funko Pop, so it was thick enough. So Gambit is one of my favorites on the X-Men. So I really did want the pop. I was excited when I saw it on there, so that's cool. I'm really excited that that is in there. I was not anticipating the Funko Pop being in there. So I actually added it to the wish list for the next month too, because I would have told you, I mean I did, I was 100% certain it wasn't in there. So that must have been the gentle handle with care thing, because I was guessing it wasn't a breakable item. Let's see. I got a collectible pin back. Oh, these are the villain pins. Is this the one? I don't know if this is one that was on the wish list or not, because these are the pin designs on the back. And I see the Prince Philip one, and I actually have that one. But I'm totally okay with any of the ones it looks like that's in here. Oh geez, how many are in here? There are 5 pins in here. I opened them up and they looked like a bunch. Sweet. First up is Oogie Boogie. Can never go wrong with him. I do really like Oogie Boogie. The pin back on him if you're interested in looking at that. With the waffling on the back. I'm just pulling these out blind here. Oh, there's Prince Philip. Heck yeah. My fave. Heck yeah. That was a lucky draw. Waffling on the back of that. Next is, almost dropped it. Blurry, but it looks like Scar, one of the best villains. And then the back of his pin. So that's 3. I got 2 more in here. Ursula, yes. Oh, I like that pin. Back of hers. Last pin is Pongo and Purdy. Heck yeah. This was a good bag. And the back of theirs. There is no pin in here that I didn't like. It is all 5 of the pins that I got in that bag. That is awesome. There is no bad pin in that. Good deal. Cool. Alright. Let's move on. Looks like I got 2 more items. Looks like I have a sticker. Always good. Is it 1 sticker or more stickers? Just 1, but it is like one of the best stickers. Ready? Yes. It's like one of the best stickers ever. Look at Sorcerer. He's so good. I love Sorcerer. This is such a good sticker. Marvelous sticker. And then the very, very last thing. If I can get it open. Oh, here we go. I keep these bags too because I reuse them for pins. Is this. If I can. Now, I actually favorited 2 of these, so I'm not sure which one it is. I can't remember what the other one was. Maybe I'll think of it later. Oh, okay. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe you can see that. It says be prepared. So I thought this was super cool because I'd never seen a Lillian & Co. black bracelet before. They're always silver or gold. And I'm trying to think of what the other one was. Oh, I think it was Gaston's "Don't I Deserve the Best?" Which I really like that quote too, because don't I deserve the best? Be prepared, of course, is a classic line. It's one of the best lines that Scar sings and says, you know, in Lion King. So these were my 2 favorites for Lillian & Co. So I always favorite these bracelets, and then I can't wear them at work. And work is like 90% of where I am, or like where I spend my time most of the time. And I can't wear them I can't wear them there. So I pretty much have a collection of these that I can't wear until or unless I go to Disney. As soon as I go to Disney, I'm gonna have a heck of a collection. So like the rubber ones are fine because the rubber ones aren't dangerous, but I can't wear I can't wear metal where I work. So, but yeah, that is the box. And then of course I've got this sweet like reusable bag that can go in the car. Okay, so let's go to the packing slip. And do this here. Disney Parks exclusive trading pin mystery bag, good versus evil, which were all of these. $29.99. Disney 3-inch custom decal Sorcerer Mickey, which is this guy, is $2.50. The Lillian & Co. stackable bracelet, Scar inspired Be Prepared matte black, which was this one, which is $32. And the Funko Pop Marvel X-Men Classic Gambit with cards, which was this guy, was $11. So total value of the box was $75.49. That was quite the box. So it was all the stuff that I put on the wish list, and so while it was the stuff on the wish list, I don't understand why it ships so late, because on the emails it encourages you to put your wish list in early. The earlier that you put your wish list in, the earlier you do your preferences, the earlier your box ships. So says the email. But when I do it the same day the wish list comes out, that means my box should come out early or in the first rounds. But I didn't get my box until just a few days ago, which is normal. Like, I always get my box at the beginning of the next month. So my box didn't ship any earlier than it usually does. So I didn't see any difference in the shipping speed. I mean, I know that they're using it as like an enticement or an incentive to like hurry and get your preferences done, because then it helps them hurry get the boxes done. But I didn't see any increase in shipping speed. But maybe I did something wrong on my end and it didn't go across like it should. I'm not sure, so I don't know. It's done again on time. I think the wish list went live on the 3rd, and I've had everything done on the 3rd. I even logged in and like resaved my preferences, thinking maybe it needed my preferences to be resaved, even though I didn't actually update those. So maybe it needed that instead. So everything should be absolutely done and updated and whatnot, and maybe that'll set it off or whatever and do that. So I only found, I think I found one thing on the wish list this time. I think it was one thing on the wish list. So we'll see. I don't remember now, but I'm glad they are moving, or at least diversifying away from the loungefly a little bit, because people like me who don't collect loungefly, I have no use for that stuff, so I'm not gonna collect it. I don't have any use for the wish list if all of it's loungefly. I mean, silly things like these, I collect them and then don't wear them. But I collect them because I think they're neat. The black ones were super cool. I do like the black ones. I feel like they're a little bit less noticeable. I don't know, they're not as visible. And I like, sometimes I like subtle Disney versus like in your face Disney. Like this is like boom in your face Disney. This is subtle Disney. Like this is just a black band. But then if you get close and you can actually read it, only Disney nerds are gonna know Be Prepared is probably a Disney reference. So I like subtle Disney as well as more blatant Disney. So not that the silver ones and the gold ones are more blatant, but you can see them a little bit better than the black ones. I also think the black ones are a little sleeker. I think because they're new, I've never seen the black ones before, so that might be some of it too. But anyway, my favorite thing in the box, actually I think this time it's gonna have to be the Funko Pop, because Gambit's one of my favorites for X-Men, and I was super excited that he was finally getting a Funko, because this is his first Funko Pop. So I was pretty stoked about it. So I'm glad that he's got a Funko, and there's a few in this collection that I'd like to get. So hopefully maybe they'll become available on the wish list, maybe they won't, who knows. But I was pretty excited to be able to get it via the wish list, because I wasn't going to be able to get him elsewhere. So that's cool. But yeah, I think that was it. I feel sort of all over the place because I'm exhausted. Let me know what your favorite item in the box is. How'd your Thanksgiving go? If you celebrated, have you celebrated yet? Are you going to kind of combine Thanksgiving and Christmas together so you can get your celebrations kind of in one go? Because, you know, COVID. You know, how's it going? What's going on? Just update me. I'm just feeling a little bit out, like disconnected, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna end up taking vacation maybe like a week or so toward the end of February, just a staycation and veg in the house for a little while, because I'm getting run down and tired and stuff real easy, because I'm just super tired. So yeah, what's your favorite item? How was your Thanksgiving? How did you celebrate Thanksgiving? What was your favorite thing about Thanksgiving if you celebrated? And then just tell me overall, like, how's it been going? Good, bad, indifferent? Like, just how have you been hanging in there? Let me know. And then, yeah. yeah, I think that's all. So be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!